Austin, Texas, famous for live music, politics, and occasionally college football. But what about its haunted past? Well, we got a question for our AT Explained program that helped me dive into that. I heard from Sarah Schneider, who wanted to know, is the Driscoll Hotel haunted? Well, of course, the only way to figure that out is to bring in some experts. Hey, Albert Lucio and Jake Cordero from the Austin Seance. Well, thanks so much for joining me here today to help to figure out some of these questions. So let's start with, we're going to be going into the Driscoll soon, but what other places are haunted here in Austin?
There are a ton of places. The Paramount Theater, which used to be the Majestic, it is famously haunted. The Texas Capitol, the Tavern, the Moonshine, the Shoal Creek area. There's a place called Moore's Bridge, also a haunted spot.
So that's a decent number of places, but where does Austin kind of rank in terms of being haunted?
I think Austin ranks very high in the United States for being haunted. With that caveat said, I think that we love giving ourselves a pat on the back, that Austin is number one. I've got to say, just to be honest, man, New Orleans is tough. It's tough. It's tough to beat New Orleans in the haunted category, but we are no slouches.
So we've got here at the Driscoll, there's one room in particular where allegedly two women, 100 years apart, killed themselves, jilted brides in that room. And so we're going to be in that room and we're going to see if we can make any connection tonight.
We'll try. Yeah. We'll make an effort.
Let's go inside.
So who here believes in ghosts? Show of hands. Okay. Who here has actually experienced the supernatural? Maybe. What we're going to attempt to do this evening is we're going to attempt to open up a pocket of energy. What we can attempt to do, what we have the time to do, is to open up a line. And that is it. That's it. We do know through long experience that many of these entities that reside in the gloom, many of them have been there for a very long time. Some of them are lost, some of them are confused, and some are angry. So if you feel uncomfortable with what we're about to do, this is where you need to hit the exit door.
Spirits are out there, and you can hear us. I ask three things from you. Spirits, grant us with your presence.
Spirits, grant us with your presence.
Spirits, grant us with your signs.
Spirits, grant us with your signs.
Spirits, grant us with your message.
Spirits, grant us with your message.
Perfect. Everybody take a deep breath in and let it out. When you are ready, we can begin our seance.
Spirits, hear my voice. Spirits, we ask you to show us a sign. Hear my voice.
Yes.
Breath in. 2. We have 2 signs. Listen to sounds.
Yeah, I heard that.
You heard?
Oh, yeah.
You feel the temperature change in the room? Spirits, are we safe? Yes.
I'm totally hearing that.
Breathe, deep breath.
What are you hearing?
Something high, almost like a squeak, like a wood rubbing.
Spirits. Are there others with you? Yes. How many others? 1? 2?
I have to admit, I had a fair amount of skepticism coming into the seance. But whatever it was we heard had left Jake excited and the rest of us bewildered.
Feel that?
To find out more about who might be
speak with
visiting
Victoria.
us, Jake asked Victoria to start listing letters and numbers as Alberto kept track on a chalkboard. Communicating through the flickering of flashlights, we found out a little bit more about our spirit, such as its name. Possibly Jack?
J.
Wait.
Is that a J?
J.
Is that a J?
Maybe J.
Flickering.
Maybe
J.
J. Continue.
K.
K. Is this Jack?
Flash over here.
Can you tell us how you passed?
Then I want you to ask. Loud voice. Say accident. Say
Accident.
Say violence.
Violence.
Accident?
I
Accident?
think we got accident.
Accident.
Accident. Accident.
Was it here in the Driscoll?
Say bathtub.
Bathtub.
As soon as you said it.
Bathtub.
Bathtub.
Was it in the bathtub? And that was
Yes,
the
Yes.
same.
Yes.
Oh, that one too.
You feel temperature changes, but yeah, you feel that? You feel it? It's coming through the room right now.
While we had felt a strong connection with something at the start, things began to weaken. Jake and Alberto started bringing out additional ways for the spirits to communicate, including what's called a Frank box, named after its inventor. It scans radio signals and allows the spirits to select broadcast fragments to piece together sentences.
Is your name?
Ben?
That yielded a little more connection, including the spirit saying it knew me by calling out my name, which wasn't a huge surprise. I am pretty famous.
Spirits, if you're out there and you can hear us, we want to thank you for your time. We want to thank you for your signs. We want to thank you for your messages. We want to thank you for your presence. We ask that you depart. We ask that you may find the strength to move on and that your journey may end in Summerland. Take a deep breath in and let it out.
If the way that we make sense of the world are through the stories that we tell, then the way that we perceive the world, at least contingently, are through signs. These are the most basic component of the stories, are signs that we all receive. The next time you hear those chimes in the backyard, and it's right when you're thinking about a lost loved one, consider for a moment, it's not simply a sign of the gathering wind, but a sign of something far more important, far more significant, far more magical. And go out and tell that story. So, I'm Jake Cordero. This is Albert Lucio. We're the Austin Seance. Thank you guys for joining us here in the Driscoll.
Thanks, guys. Okay, that's our seance here in room 525 at the Driscoll Hotel. I want to say that everyone here in the room, we really saw some things, we felt some things, we noticed some things. But Sarah, your question, is the Driscoll haunted? I'm afraid I'm not going to answer that tonight. I want to leave that to anyone who wants to come to the Driscoll or any of the other haunted places in our area and see what they can discover. But as for me, yes, I am going to commune with the spirits tonight. I'm heading down to the Driscoll Bar with all of my friends here. So, thank you. Okay, we done?
Yeah, let's go.
That good? All right. Hey, thanks everybody. That's great. Yeah, it's fun. Cool. Yeah, just leave everything here. We'll head down and pick it up later. Excellent. All right. Great.
Amazing experience.
That was good. Yeah. Locking the door. Here we go.
You don't want to sleep.